No, let's talk about Fallout because,
Yeah,
like you said at the
that's what's
start of
fun here
this,
is the fallout.
because nobody agrees, and I wonder if we're going to agree. And actually, I already know because you're going to have like an anti-Stipe lean on this. I already know. Everybody watching and listening at home, Harrison's not going to want
I
to
would never
include
hate
Stipe
Stipe
in
holding
any
up the
type of
division
these.
at 40 years old.
So everybody. Oh, I guess not everybody, not the fans. The UFC is acting like Francis Derek Lewis is going to happen. It has not been officially announced, or I don't even know if it's officially signed. Francis keeps acting like that's the fight that he doesn't want. Francis wants the John Jones fight. I think it's all clear from Dana's end that that's not happening. So I think it's fair to say Ngannou Lewis will probably happen this summer or early fall.
I'm with that, and I want to see that.
And then a lot of conventional wisdom, as much as you would hate it, would kind of deem that Stipe gets the next crack at it. That's kind of what Stipe is saying. Now,
Crack at what?
At the belt, I guess. That's what.
No. Get that guy out of here.
So what I think that I actually maybe we can agree on is no. I guess all right. We'll start here. Is Gane's next fight for the belt?
No.
No, I don't think so either. That's what Gane called for. I think you kind of, I guess, have to. He was, I guess, trying to say the right thing. And do I think?
I mean, 3 beats 5. Usually, that is a sensible. It's sensible for him to say, "I either want the number one guy or I want the champ."
The only
That's
people
sensible.
above him are Derek Lewis and Stipe. So
no, I know, and Ngannou, and then you have John Jones, the outlier.
The outlier, which is so interesting here. So, do you do? And it sucks because I think Stipe and Jones are kind of both saying like, "Oh, title shots only, title shots only."
Yeah, fuck them both.
Make them fight each other, right?
No. Make John Jones keep sitting. I don't care. I'm done with John Jones. I get his argument that he wants all this money to fight Francis. Well, you didn't come up to heavyweight to only fight Francis. Like, you can fight these other guys, and these other guys aren't the same amount of threat. So can they pay you $8 million to fight Cyril Gane? John Jones will say no. So fuck him. I don't care about him. So where I'm at with
do you do Gane
Stipe? Yeah,
Stipe?
Absolutely. To see who gets the winner of Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou.
Kind of mobile styles.
Yeah, and like the physique build, the styles. Stipe likes to box. Gane likes to fight Muay Thai. Like, and Stipe is a better wrestler, but Gane has good wrestling defense. Let's see it. Let's see it. Put your money where your mouth is.
I think that's the path forward. I'd be interested to see if Stipe just retires. Something tells me that Stipe is like on his Colby Covington shit right now. Like,
No, and Stipe, it's annoying because it's like, bro, you had your run, you had your time, you got just starched after you couldn't hit a takedown for 5 minutes. Like, it wasn't close between him and Ngannou. It wasn't close. That wasn't a close fight. If we go back and watch it, you'd score the first 10-9 to Ngannou every time. And you'd be like, and just like you were, you'd be like, oh, Stipe is in trouble if he can't get a takedown, and his takedowns are getting stuffed. Yeah. And then he just starts getting rocked and getting shots. And of course we know the answer to that.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I think this is a different question. Who has the best chance of beating Francis out of these guys? I think the answer is Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
See, or
John
Jones.
Well, interesting that we would put all 3 of those guys up. But John Jones and Cyril Gane have a very similar fight style, which is why I think they could both fight with Francis. And then Derek Lewis literally just has the power to match Francis' power.
Yeah.
And he has a win over him as well. Historically, he has a win. So, like, Francis should be out here trying to avenge that loss.
I know. I would.
I think it's kind of whack Francis doesn't want to avenge that.
Yeah.
Especially in a performance where he said, I was just mentally not there, blah, blah. And meanwhile, Derek Lewis is like, yeah, I pulled my back muscles. Like, I couldn't even barely walk to the arena.
And it's like, be careful what you wish for, because so you don't want Derek Lewis. I think John Jones or Cyril Gane is probably a tougher night out at the office. I mean,
imagine if those two fought each other, John Jones and Cyril Gane.
I know. I think
That's a crazy
I
matchup.
think that's way more fun than
That's the
Stipe Cyril
most
Gane. I
fun
think
matchup.
Stipe Cyril Gane low key has snooze potential.
Oh yeah, because Gane
It
won't
has
play those games with Stipe, and Stipe won't engage and lead because he's not. He doesn't lead in striking. Usually, he counters.
is Stipe gonna fight in like a non pay per view fight night main event, or are they gonna do that as like a featured bout on a pay per view? Like, how do you even do that from like a scheduling perspective? It's weird. That's a weird matchup. So
Yeah,
Cyril Gane, John Jones is a pay per view co-main. Just throw, or maybe even the main with like a featherweight belt, like an Amanda Nunes fight as the co-main or something. I don't know, but it's that pay per view sells itself. You know what I mean? But I don't think the same is true for Gane Stipe. I don't think that's a pay per view headliner. That maybe that's a pay per view co-main, but that would be, I don't even know. That's snooze potential too. Like I may rather see that at 3 rounds.
yeah. No, I don't disagree with that, but like,
I don't think I want to see 5 rounds of Gane Stipe. I think that raises the snooze potential because they'll both play it safe in the first three to have enough in the tank to go 5. I
God,
think
that'd
if
be
you put
such a
them in,
fun. That would be such a fun fight to throw into a main, like a pay per view main card, just as like a featured
yeah,
bout, like two
yeah,
belts after
a
them,
three
like.
round,
But
yes,
yes, with
that's
them in a
way
3 round,
more
like
fun.
oh god, they can just throw caution to the
Over a
wind.
fight night main event 5 rounder with snooze potential, that's a totally
Well,
different
because both
thing.
those guys will try and outpoint each other.
And just save some cardio in the bank.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
I agree. I agree, man. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna remember the prelims about last night more than I'm gonna remember anything else. And that's fine. That's fine because that's fun and it's a fight night. Now, if I didn't pay money for it, if I paid money
Right.
for it and if I said that, I would be feeling differently. But I really enjoyed last night's prelims. The main event somewhat cleared up some. I feel like this was kind of a formality, like
Yeah.
even though I
It
think
had to be done.
Volkov, the league or the UFC wanted this to be Gane, like to officially put him in the conversation.
Yeah, to
But
certify his mark in the top to Hunt.
I feel like they kind of worked backwards, right? Because they moved him up to 3 and then made him fight Volkov. But
But it was like solidifying his position in the top 3.
yeah, 100%, man. But another good episode, another good week of fights. We got. What do we got next?
We're off. We're off this for 4th of July weekend. Then we have Conor McGregor
Here we
Poirier
got
3.
Poirier. Nice. Let's get it. What a fun way to return. Oh, and guess what, bro? I'll be doing that episode from Nevada.
Reno, let's
We'll
go.
be
Let's
moving to Reno by
go.
then. So yeah, next time y'all see me, I'll be coming to you live from Reno, Nevada. Yeah, me and the wife are moving out, man. We're looking forward to it. We're moving in on July 12th. But a lot of fun. Go subscribe on YouTube, Beefy Boys Breakdown, on Twitter at Beefy Breakdown. Appreciate all the support, everybody. You can also find us wherever you get your audio podcast. Appreciate it, bro.
Later, brother. I'll see you in a couple weeks.